Happy holidays. I'm Sean Carpenter. Thanks for joining us for our annual reading of A Christmas Story from the Realtor's Toolbox. You know, I think to set the mood, settle in, let's kick on the fire. There we go. Doesn't that make it nice? So sit back and let's enjoy this year's year in review. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all across the land, the real estate market wasn't going as planned. Everyone was hoping 2011 would bring confidence or growth. Instead, it brought neither when we were hoping for both. Could it get any worse? Could the market stay down? Were the values dropping in every state and each town? How will our market change when the calendar turns? What should we expect? Should we have grave concerns? Let's look back on the past before we digress, in order to understand how we got into this mess. The real estate market can be fickle indeed, but just 5 years ago, it was driven by greed. Back in 2005, when the market was soaring, putting 3 deals in contract a week seemed quite boring. Buyers would purchase a new home on impulse. Realtors became successful with just a breath and a pulse. We had lots join our ranks, and the industry grew. Your mom and your neighbor became realtors too. With everyone selling and everyone buying, you could close homes each month without even trying. Pricing was easy, just ballpark your client's desires. A sign in the yard led to multiple buyers. Working the sale side was easy because of many selections. The business was coming from every direction. Lenders were approving every Tom, Dick, or Sue. The appraisers rubber stamped the contractor's agreed value. Underwriters got lazy and didn't check applications, and the title companies closed deals without hesitation. The boom in the early 2000s seemed easy. No one batted an eye. No one ever felt queasy. The rise of the market was a fun ride for most. It caused many to brag and many to boast. I've got 2 more deals, the top agents did quip, and my investor just called. He's got a new home to flip. At this rate, I'll be earning some serious cash. There's no time to prospect or go to a class. My clients refer me to people they know. My database is big and just continues to grow. I'm such a great agent. I'm a real go-getter. Things are going great, and they're just getting better. But 2007 arrived, and the bubble did pop. Inventory rose, and sales started to drop. The market was headed in a different direction, and everyone hoped it was just a minor correction. Florida and Las Vegas were plummeting quickly. Tensions were high, and the market looked sickly. The western states and New England weren't too far behind, and the projections from Case and from Schiller weren't looking too kind. Our industry was hit with a need for disclosure of short sales, negative equity, and the dreaded foreclosure. Sellers were popping up all over towns with values on loans that were now upside down. The fingers of blame were aimed first at the lenders for the horrible loans that they'd written and rendered. Many big-time investors were left holding the purse on deals that were bad but would only get worse. As the money was depleted in the homeowners' vaults, they chose not to pay mortgage, a strategic default. So the lenders came forward and the process began. Notices were served with foreclosures at hand. The process went quickly and approval seemed tacit. The banks needed to get rid of those depreciating assets. As the bank-owned homes were flooding the place, many of the lenders got some egg on their face. It turns out that the process didn't follow the plan of having each file approved by a woman or man. What seemed to be by the banks to be an issue quite minor, the actions weren't made by a human, but by a robo-signer. Now the media is reporting there's inventory hiding in shadow. We've heard it from NPR, CNN, and MSNBC's Rachel Maddow. When will the real estate market finally start looking less bearish? If it doesn't happen soon, some sellers might perish. But fast forward to now, we've survived quite a ride. The market can't stop us no matter how hard it tried. Yes, it's been quite a challenge. It hasn't been simple. But we can make it through. We must lead by example. Let's turn our eyes to the year that's ahead and find a way to get excited each day when we get out of bed. If there's one thing we know, whether the market is low or it's high, is that people will sell and people will buy. So how will you do it? How will you proceed? Are you ready to think how you're going to succeed? There is plenty of business out there if you're ready to push. So stop procrastinating and get off of your tush. Let's start with a plan of the business persuasion. We should schedule our year without hesitation. Business development activity should happen each day. If the sun is shining, it's time to make hay. Call up neighbors or friends or past clients you've had. Check in with them often. They'll be impressed. They'll be glad. People always like to know how the market is doing. If they need real estate help, you'll be a virtual shoo-in. Expireds and FSBOs will still be there in masses. Use your dialogues that you've learned in your continuing ed classes. You will keep learning in the new year, won't you? I know you want your clients to like you, don't you? Your clients are looking for an advisor to trust, so integrity and ethics and honor are a must. The general public shouldn't have to look very far if you are always staying focused on raising the bar. Are you harnessing technology? Do you own a smartphone? Are you comfortable taking videos of your buyer's new home? Have you advanced from the days of the MLS book? Are you still reading the papers, or are you using a Kindle or Nook? Regardless of the systems that you might have in place, this job still demands that you get face-to-face with the people in town who will be making the choices. Get together, shake hands. Are you hearing their voices? Your marketing plan should be completely designed so when people think real estate, you come to the top of their mind. Get together with neighbors, help out at your kids' school, at your houses of worship, at the country club pool. What about the golf course, the gym, or your friends of your spouses? Are you getting good leads from your weekly open houses? Are you handwriting notes? Are you sending an electronic newsletter? Will you do more this year? I'm thinking you better. Are you on social networks, or do you ask what's the fuss? You should be proficient on Facebook and explore Google+. Start a channel on YouTube. Be the mayor on Foursquare. No matter what you're doing, there's plenty to share. Are you blogging on Blogger? What's your theme on WordPress? Are you tweeting on Twitter? What's your website address? There are so many things for an agent to do, but remember to be authentic. Always be you. There's no need to worry. Let's stay positive instead. Keep an eye on the future and the bright side ahead. We should do all we can to maximize chances. Be hip to changes in the market and technical advances. Let's enjoy the season with some holiday cheer. So raise your cocktail, your wine, or your cold glass of beer. Here's to you agents and managers too, and lenders and appraisers and title reps who come together for each transaction as a powerful team so we can deliver to our clients the American dream. It's time to get busy, time to get these things done, build relationships, solve problems, and have lots of fun. Let's finish up strong and get ready to go. 2012 will be here before we all know. May your Christmas be merry and your New Year be blessed with safety and health and love and success. Happy holidays. I'm Sean Carpenter.